coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? McKinney? He don't know no better.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. I got it. Greg.
3rd and 2, Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, watch it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Right there, 54, right there.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 66 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hekker is on to punt for L.A. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 12, Newton, and caught left side, Olsen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, Greg, Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Check, 59. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the...
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. These two teams squaring off here in Week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the...
And a loose football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, I don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Quit talking about it and wait it.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Greg Olsen.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
On for the field goal.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hatch it. Kill.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. So a heck of a move.
man.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curve. Hey, dude.
There's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 24.
First down, Rams.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check the backer.
Hold on. Check.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, Delta.
54.
Goff now looking to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
Ready? Ready?
59.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarius Wright, 73 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Now Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. There goes a deep ball. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore.